It's an 8-hour live streaming game. Man, that would kill me because my wife would murder me. We are live! Woo! Welcome to the new year 2019 Retro Roleplaying. I am Nicholas Skinner, co-founder of Skinner Games, and this is our game. We'll be playing D&D Dungeons & Dragons, the 3.5 edition. So that is 2 or 1.5, I guess, edition. I don't know how much you want to count that. But we are going to be playing through a new campaign, a new everything. I will not be the DM this time. Yay, I get to play a peek. We are going to be running this through the next couple of weeks. So for those who have done Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 game, welcome to the show. For those who don't like it, I'm anyway. We'll see what else we have in store this year. I guess, introduce our Dungeon Master, Tim. Introduce yourself. Tell us what's going on.
Hey. So we are going to be running through Nightfang Spire. It is the 5th out of 8 in the quest to destroy Ashardalon, the evil dragon. We are going to be running the guys through this particular dungeon, which is headed by a nasty, nasty vampire named Golthias. So that's our quest. We will see if the boys can survive this dungeon because it is trap-filled, full of undead.
Yay, undead! All right, let's introduce our characters. So I guess I'll go first. I am playing Gregory Smythe. And maybe accents get.
You're also kind of choppy there, dude.
Well, that is just my connection is always so bad. It will also be influenced by some other things since we are, a fantasy setting, and it won't always be just straight German. But this is how I will sound, so it will be funny, I think. And Nolan, who are you playing?
I am playing Tro Egraf, a human rogue, 10th level straight rogue.
Nice. How do you spell his name? How do you spell his name?
TRO.
Okay.
Oh, I added an extra letter. I gotta take that off. Okay.
Oh no, that goes my nose.
Very cool.
Joe, what are you playing?
I'm playing Galtok the Druid. I'm a half-orc. I decided to let Nicholas roll a character generation dice for me to see what I'd play. And I've never played a Druid, so this is going to be interesting. Pure Druid.
How do you spell his name?
Gal-Tok. Galtok.
Cool. And what was Lydia going with?
She's going with a cleric, but she's finishing writing things down. It'll be a little bit before she joins us. The 3.5 rules are frustrating a little bit.
They are very intense.
Nicholas, what was your character's name? Just the first name?
He is Asher.
Sir Asher.
Sir Asher. He is a 10th level paladin, straight paladin.
We are starting this at 10th level. And you are definitely going to need to do this at 10th level because this place is horrible. I ran this back when I was in high school with my brother, and our party got our butts kicked as soon as we hit the catacombs. The first 5 levels of this place really weren't too bad. But once we got into the catacombs, it got really tough because we had gone through most of our gear by that point. So, on the subject of gear, I went ahead and made some extra items that you guys will be able to pick up here right at the very beginning of the adventure, should you guys make the right kind of choices. Awesome. Otherwise, we'll just run you guys through the dungeon and see if you survive, which will be really fun.
Sounds like a plan. So do we want to wait for Lydia a little bit longer, or should we just go ahead and get started and meet her in the dungeon or wherever else?
Yeah, I mean, it's 3.5. Character creation does take a little bit of time, and she just got started on it like 5 minutes before we started.
If she wants,
you know what that's like, right?
Yeah. If she wants, she can. There's a character generator. If you just type in D&D 3.5 character generation, she can pull it up real quick and just dump whatever stat she has into that, and it'll help generate the thing really fast.
All right.
Type it into Google.
Okay. Yeah, Lids, that might speed things up, but that's okay. Anyway, you guys want to hear the beginning of this? I could go ahead and just tell it to you guys.
Let's go forth.
Okay, so here's the official adventure background. The vampire Golthias was waylaid centuries past. He was staked to the earth in the bowels of a distant citadel. Sadly, evil is not so easily destroyed. Recently, Golthias was freed and he walks again by night. A vampire lord of dread power, Golthias serves a greater power still. To that end, Golthias returned to Nightfang Spire. Nightfang Spire is a stone tower far from civilized parts. It has long brooded silently in a shadowed defile. Once upon a time, Nightfang Spire was the main cult temple to ancient Ashardalon, a dragon of fell repute. Before Ashardalon quit this realm for higher spheres, Golthias was the dragon's intermediary. Afterward, Golthias was commanded to make ready for Ashardalon's return. Realizing that the wait might be a long one, he and other true believers magically prolonged their existence. Embracing undeath, Nightfang Spire was transformed from temple to mortuary, a massive hollow tombstone marking Ashardalon's passing and eventual return. Their undead power was unassailable. If Golthias had not been delayed, their power would have grown ever more terrible. When Golthias disappeared, the spire fell into a dark sleep centuries long. Now, Golthias is back, and he awakes those who have dreamed overlong. This is going to be awesome. I'm curious to see how you guys are going to handle some of the stuff that's on the different floors in this place, because, I don't know, me and my brothers kind of did this a little bit differently.
Everybody does.
This place is pretty awesome, though. The biggest complaint that I've heard by other people online that have played this dungeon is that it's just long.
Be any longer than the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yeah, it's a pretty long dungeon for how it ends up.
All right, well, let's get started.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are going to start out in the town of Dry Lake, which is quite a ways away from Nightfang Spire itself, and most of the route to the spire is pretty much devoid of vegetation and animal life. So the area of town that you guys are going to be starting off in particular looks like this. Let me go ahead and get you the map. You guys see that? Okay.
For now, yeah.
Okay, so it's assumed that you guys have known each other for a little while, since you guys are starting this adventure at level 10, and you're regathering for a little jaunt for old times. Dry Lake itself is a rather large town. Demographic purposes, let's say it's about 7,500 people, so it's a good sized small city. Shops and houses of all kinds can be found more than once across the town, but where I plan to have you guys start is kind of in the center of town, where 3 roads conjoin right at the city center.
Okay.
Yep, the road to the north is the North Road. You'll be taking that toward the defile. It is 65 miles. So somehow you will need to come up with travel arrangements. But you shouldn't have to worry about running into thugs or anything since there really isn't a lot of activity. But you are going to need to figure out a way to get there.
All right, sounds good. So we meet at a crossroads, you said, yeah?
Yep. The other road goes to the southwest. That's the green road, and that just goes back more towards civilization. And then the eastern road goes to the east fields, which also goes to another part of civilization. But you want to focus on going north. And right just to the south of the area where the roads meet is a saloon run by a man named Shady.
Oh. So
Generally a good place to grab gear, and the market square is also a really good place to grab gear. And there is a church of far long off the road to the west a little bit.
okay, so what time of day is it?
Okay, so you guys are meeting in the morning. It's about 8 a.m., a little bit after dawn, early spring. The weather is nice and clear and crisp. The markets are just starting to get active as the shop owners and vendors are beginning to head to their places of wear.
Okay.
As a half orc, are there any? Am I pretty much a minority around here? As in, people look a little weird at me.
Oh, well, just like everywhere else in Greyhawk, the general population is human, but there's plenty of other races around here. So
Okay.
it's a pretty common community.
Okay, so we approach this crossroads, yeah. Troll, Gold, how have you been?
So good. How about you?
Things have been okay. And you see I've got a few more scars on my face than I regularly have. Battles, you know, I have been in and out, and there has been much fighting. It has been many years since we last saw each other. Troll, what have you been up to?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Troll.
Me, yeah. I have to lay low for a little while because I had some problems at court.
You had some problems at court. I see your feather hat has gotten taller.
Yes, yes.
Gold talk. You look a little greener than usual.
Green, I'm gray.
Oh, pardon me, I am colorblind, thank you.
The green may be from the algae or whatever growing in the forest I've been hanging out.
In the forest, yes. So shall we begin our journey, or must you shop some beforehand?
As much as I like shopping, I think I'm ready.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
there is Shady's Tavern. Good place to find information.
Shall we get some breakfast? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not eaten. I'm famished.
Oh,
You did just meet each other that morning, and it wouldn't hurt to go get some drinks, you know.
Okay.
do they allow animals in there?
Not really, but
All right.
there is a bar to rope up horses outside.
Okay, I have my dire wolf with me, so I will leave him outside and I'll have him sit.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be a problem.
He's a little big.
Yeah, I have my steed, a Fedefint. Was a war horse.
Okay.
Okay, so we make ourselves for the tavern.
Okay.
Any
So
empty tables?
tavern is generally well lit. Not too much activity since it is right in the morning. The barkeep looks up at you. Average looking guy. Sort of a heavy set forehead. Thick bushy eyebrows and a big mustache and beard. Opening the door, he says, "Oh, we just opened. Welcome, my name's Shady. What can I do you fellas for?"
Guten Morgen. We are here for some breakfast, yeah.
Breakfast starts at 9, which is about 45 minutes. I can get you something to drink if you like.
But it is too early for else for me, so I will have some water and I will go and sit down.
Around here, not sure you'd like the water. We got watered down wine. Or
So
ale.
I will abstain.
Just popped a cork on it last night, so should be good to go for the next 3 weeks.
Sounds good.
All right. So there's a couple other people around the little saloon there. Most people are just enjoying a morning sip before they go about their business. Nothing fancy. So Shady says, don't believe I recall you gentlemen here. What brings you out these parts? This isn't really a place anybody really wants to go. You know, further north of here, pretty much dead.
That is what we are hoping for. Is to find the gate.
There's cemetery outside. Other than that, not really sure what you're up to. If you're planning on going hunting, can't really guarantee you'd bag anything bigger than a field rat. And there hasn't really been much wildlife here for the last couple of years.
No wildlife? That is odd. That is odd. Why do you think?
Yeah. People say that there's some stuff going on further up north. Been really weird. Last couple of people that been that way turned up missing. Hadn't come back since. A couple of people trying to open up a mine, but yeah, we've been waiting for them to come back. We thought they'd be coming back running out of supplies, but they've been too long, about a week. If you make a gather information check, you might be able to find out a few things.
Ooh, me.
All right. Okay, go ahead and make the check. See if you learn anything.
Okay. Hold on. 15.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, man. 3.5 rogues in their skill sets, man. Jeez.
I had 170 skill points to spend. Something like that.
Well, fortunately. Okay.
I have like 15.
Well, to be honest, the reason nobody uses the North Road anymore is because apparently there's some kind of dragon roosting around those parts. So we don't really tell people to go running around up there, but you guys can deal with it. It's all yours.
This is not the first dragon we have seen, no.
I saw one in a zoo.
You saw a dragon in a zoo? We will have to go to the zoo later.
Well, there's some stables up north by the city gate. Bet if you got some coin, wouldn't be too difficult to get yourself some mounts to get up there. It's about a 2 days ride.
I have no need of a mount. I have one outside.
Oh, by the way, since you're heading that way, wouldn't hurt to take a look at some of my wares I got. But only if I can trust you to bring them back once you're done.
Free stuff? Okay.
Yeah, what type wares?
All right. Well, that's the thing. You gotta promise me you'll keep it on the down low. It's not like I can just let anybody know, but I saved these specially for anybody who really was gonna be headed that direction.
Sure.
All right, so Katie looks around and then motions for you to follow him behind the bar and down into the cellar. When you get there, he opens up a side panel and there's a small little out-of-the-way room. He continues to shift about nervously and then starts up a couple of lights, and goes around a room that has a whole bunch of different sort of shelves and stands and equipment that are all over the place. Definitely covered with dust, but also really particular types of items.
I want to sense his motive. He's acting shifty.
He's acting shady.
He is indeed. I rolled a 24 for sense motive.
Doesn't come up anything.
I get no motive.
Nope. At least not the kind that you're looking for. It says, okay.
I want to know what his motive is, period.
Most of this stuff here is junk that's been collected and dumped here over the years, but hey, check this out. You might like this thing. So he shows you just a simple little silk sack, and he sticks his arm down into it. The sack is only about 6 inches wide, but when he sticks his hand down into the bag, it goes all the way up to his shoulder.
Ooh.
Oh, das ist good. Das ist good.
Now, they don't like these types of bags in most other places, but I thought it'd be helpful to hang on to one. Most people like to replace their own pockets with them. Figure they can hold stuff a little bit more, but this isn't really the kind of thing you want to be seeing around anywhere else. Because if you get caught with one of these outside in town, I ain't paying your bail.
Das ist gut. They can try to take us all they want.
What he has is called a Type 0 bag of holding.
Okay.
And then he directs you to some of the other stuff around the shelves. He says, take a look around. But we're going to have to wrap it up quick because I don't like to bring anybody down here for more than a few minutes.
Good. Okay, what else does he have around?
Okay, so looking around, you guys don't really come up with a whole bunch of other stuff since it's mostly broken equipment. But he does have, after a little while, besides the Type 0 bag of holding, he does also have 3 other noteworthy items that are a little bit minor. And he also has 4 really big noteworthy items that you each can have a special way to get. Says, look, these are one-time only things, and I don't bring anybody else down here because usually heading up north along the North Road is a one-way trip. So you're welcome to grab anything here as long as it's just one thing. And if you end up not using it, bring it back.
And what if we
come back with all of them?
Okay, so the other things he has are a tool called wrist rockets. He has a lesser rod of distraction. He has a totem of the Weasel. And then for the big items, he has an old yellowed scroll that's wrapped in red silk ribbon. He's got an ivory small little 1/2-inch cube that's got a bunch of pictures on it. And then he has a old wooden button that's got a screaming face on it. And then he's got a bottle of what looks like smoke. It's a glass bottle that contains smoke on the inside of it. Very thin, wispy smoke.
What's the wood button?
He says, this here is the panic button. Use this only when you really need to. Because when I say panic, I mean panic.
Huh.
Other than that, I don't exactly know what it does. I just know that last group of people that headed up the North Road took one of these with them, used it, and basically was the only thing standing between them and death.
Ooh, I will take that.
First appears as an ordinary wooden button, 1 inch in diameter, engraved with an image of a screaming face. If you have a way to figure out what it does through detect magic or anything else, you might be able to determine its properties. But for right now, you're just going to have to take him at his word.
I'll take him at his word.
Okay, so he has that.
What was before the button?
The little cube.
will examine the cube.
Okay, so on each face is a different but simplified image. There is a small little line with a few branches off of it on one side. The other one looks like a pile of rocks. Another face on it shows like this, a similar kind of twig-looking image broken in half. Another one shows a couple of bones. Another one shows somebody speaking. And then the last one shows stars around a guy's head.
Okay. I will put it in my pocket, my pocket bag, in the side of my belt.
Okay.
What else was there? Oh, I'll take the flask of smoke.
Okay, flask of smoke it is for you.
Smoke screen.
Okay, and then Joe took the panic button. All right. Okay, any of the other smaller items?
This is the rod of distraction, yeah?
Yep. Rod of distraction, totem of the weasel, wrist rockets, type 0 bag of holding.
How big is this rod?
The bag?
The rod.
It's basically the size of a coin purse, but it acts like a bag of holding. It's got a...
The rod of distraction.
Okay, so he hands you the little silver rod and he says, ain't much use with this, but it's great for cats. And he shows a little button on the end of it.
Laser pointer.
He clicks the button and flashes it against the wall, and it shows this little red dot.
Ah, that is very nice. And I look at it. I will take it from him, and I will start looking. Put it on my hands. Is it warm?
No, it's a heatless little red light.
Yeah, and I will bounce it off my armor, which is very clean and shiny. I will watch it bounce around.
Yeah, he basically handed you a laser pointer.
Yeah. It is distracting, yeah. It is good.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure what kind of use you get out of there, but if you can make it work, more power to you. The way I see it universally hated by Dry Lake school teachers.
Yeah.
And cats.
Good. Well, we still have one more member of our party to pick up. Let's get moving if we can.
Yeah, like I said, not much comes out of up north except death.
It will be the death of the north.
All right.
Let us away, my friends.
Okay, so he ushers you sort of urgingly out of the room and then heads on upstairs. And you guys head back into the saloon. There's a couple of more people that have shown up now and are just sitting around, waiting around. A couple of people chatting with each other. Still mostly morning.
We will leave word with this man whose name we never asked.
Shady.
That is right, Shady. We will leave word with Shady for our friend. If she comes in, she will know that we have gone north. I will also want to stay at the crossroads for a little while, just to make sure that she knows that we have not left her. After several minutes, I think we should go.
Sure, but if you're heading out to the defile, it's going to take you at least 4 days walking.
This is okay. She will catch up.
All right.
We will not go fast.
All right. So you guys head on the road up north.
Well, we wait for a while.
This accent is hard to understand.
We will wait for a while. You know, W's or V sounds. It's in German.
Okay.
Is it the cleric? Do I see her?
So at the crossroads, you know, since this is a rather large town, the crossroads is the center of main city traffic, and there's plenty of wagons and carts, foot traffic heading up and down the road.
Is any of them heading north?
What?
Are any of the traffic, since this is crossroads, any of the vehicles heading north?
Well, yeah, they're heading north to either go up toward the gate in town and head out to the farmsteads that are around locally, or they're just heading to the north part of the city.
Okay.
It's a pretty large town. It's 7,500 people. It's a small city.
That's not so bad. Okay. My friends, how about we find a caravan who is traveling north, and we will travel with them as long as possible.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, how long do we want to wait for our cleric?
It might be a little bit. You should probably get started.
Just start. I can't figure it out.
This is fair.
Okay.
Okay, we will head north. We will find the caravans that are heading up north, and we will ask them. I'll say, Troll, please find us a caravan headed north. Assuming your diplomacy is vastly better than mine.
Okay, so you guys, where are you guys at? Where are you choosing to be?
So far, we are in the middle of the square, and we are having our rogue try and find us a caravan up north.
Okay, so as the traffic passes by, you know, you get occasional sidelong glances from people who look at you three without another thought. Just, I guess, observing three new faces in town or average-looking people.
I will bow.
Nobody really
Everyone,
thinks of anything.
Uh-oh.
Everybody just kind of watches you. Three odd people
every
standing by the signpost there.
I will bow. Pro finds us a caravan that we can attach ourselves to.
Okay. So what are you going to do next?
Find us a
Yeah, I'm going to try to find a caravan, I guess you said, going north.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wait for the next cart, or I guess carriage or wagon or whatever, to come by. And you see what looks like a pretty sturdy one. Gentleman, another bearded guy. Got a bunch of hay loaded up in the back of it, not really doing much. Looks like he's headed out to a farm outside. He looks like a pretty good candidate. You could stop him if you want to, or you could wait for somebody else.
No, I'll stop him and see if we can tag along.
Okay, so you flag the guy down. He tells his horses to slow down. Eventually the horses stop their walk. And my guy says, yeah, what's up?
My friends and I were wondering if we could travel north with you.
How far north?
How far north are we going? To the Dragon Death Tomb?
If you're headed out to the defile, I can take you to my farm, which is just outside of town, but after that, nobody really goes up that way.
Does that sound good to everyone? Everyone? Hello?
Good.
He says he's going to his farm north of town, but nobody goes farther north.
Wie far north?
Hey, a little bit north is better than not north at all.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with him.
Ich besitze ein Pferd, so I do not need to ride his wagon.
Hey, I got a lot of work I got to get to, so if you're coming, get in the back. Otherwise, I got to get going.
Okay, jump in the back.
I will mount my war horse and I will trot along beside.
I'll hop in and I'll whistle to my direwolf to follow along.
Okay, so he passes through the gate, and the guards wave you out. A couple other people that are behind you along the road do the same thing, and everybody starts heading out to their little farmsteads. Countryside immediately around the city. Pretty average looking, but starting to turn into scrub very quickly as the road heads toward the north. And you start to notice it's less a road, and it's a lot more of a dry, sandy riverbed after a short little while. So he takes you to his farm, which is only maybe 5 miles away from the city center, and he pulls off onto his little farmstead, and you can see there's several acres of farmed ground that is a little bit damp with the spring dew. The ground is not really plowed yet, but he's got a couple other people, assumably friends or family members, that are getting ready to help him prepare the ground for the spring planting.
If the ground is so desolate, how do they get something to grow?
As far as I know, it's always been this way. Well, that's the end of the road. Like I said, I'm not going any further north, so... Exactly how far did you say you were going?
As far as we can.
Okay, but wherever you're going, stay away from the defile.
Is it defile?
Which direction is this defile?
About another 5 days walk. If you keep going along the dry riverbed. Stay away from the defile. In fact, I'd just stay away from the north in general.
Okay, we thank you for your hospitality and for a long journey.
Okay, you guys going to continue on foot?
We're just going to go explore.
Okay. You guys going to continue on foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much?
No, I have a horse.
All right. So the thing that frightens you guys the most, or I guess is a little unsettling, is the fact that as you keep going along this road, which really isn't a road at all, and after a while it feels like you're walking along a dry riverbed that emptied into what used to be the lake, inside which Dry Lake is now built.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really sandy. And after a while, you start to notice that the river, the old river, is very much dry and starting to open up into a small little canyon area. Now, of particular note is that the 5 days it took you to get there, you saw not a single sign of animal life.
I don't like that at all.
This place is completely devoid of any sort of life in general, and there's only a little bit of scrub here and there.
I'm immune to fear.
So thoroughly hunted that there really is no animal life at all.
Wow.
The occasional droppings and tracks that you see appear to be months, if not years old, and they're white and crusty and dry, and it's windswept. It feels completely lifeless the entire way that you're going there, and you get more of a sense of that as you see the defile. Eventually, the road drops sharply down into the earth, as if it was following the course of like a steep rapids all the way down. You guys eventually make your way down into it, and then the cliffs start to rise higher and higher the further down you go. Now, if you look up to the left and the right, inside this canyon, the cliffs have to be about 1,000 feet high.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So by the time you get there, the only time that the sun really ever appears, you can see the glow of the afternoon up above, but the only time you're ever going to see the sun is when it's over the canyon.
That's dunkel.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Okay. So in the immediate vicinity of the spire, the road drops so deeply into the earth, the cliff walls on either side block direct sunlight, except during the noon hour. The overhanging cliffs, towering an impressive 1,600 feet, hide what shelters deep in the defile. Eventually you see the spire in the distance, and it's pretty easy to see because it's straight ahead in this canyon. And it appears as this single tall spike of rock.
Okay.
It's about 500 feet from either side of the canyon, right in the very middle. And the spire itself looks to be about 300 feet from its broad base on the bottom. The tip looks like a jagged crown of stalagmites all the way around the top. The tower's diameter is a little over 100 feet at the base.
Will we have to climb?
Looks like you're going to have to.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, boy.
And you don't really, from your present distance, which I will say is maybe a quarter mile, the tower looms above you at a quarter mile, so it looks pretty ominous in the shade of the canyon. You see a lot of growth around the base from years and years of water slowly making its way down in here. But otherwise, you don't really see any other visible way into this tower.
I will search, rolling a 17 to find another entrance. There is no way I'm climbing this. I have a -7 to climb. This is not going to happen.
Okay.
I have half plate on. This is armor penalties.
Not currently. Okay, so here's what you see as you approach the tower. It is definitely about 300 feet tall. 100-foot base of the tower is nearly solid stone, except for the core and 2 small access ways. Okay. They're pretty thick walls, and they don't really look like there's any handholds of any kind. It looks like just a single... It looks almost like it developed naturally as the canyon eroded down and leaving that spike of rock just right there.
So any ideas? I did not find no entrance.
You don't really see anything else. You see a small little, I guess, dry mortared building. It's squat against the west side of the spire.
Okay, I will go explore.
You can see it on the west side because you guys are approaching this from the south.
Yeah.
Single-story structure is obviously quite old, but does not share the quality of stonework of the tower. Single dark opening provides access on the building's western side.
We will go in the building, the small one.
Okay. Let's see. As you approach, you start to hear a little bit of what sounds like chiming music. You can't really determine its source or what's causing it, but the music is strangely calming and like melodious.
Do you hear that music?
Yeah.
Okay. At present, I'd say you guys are now about 800 yards from the tower.
Okay. Are you whistling? Okay.
It's very, very faint, very imperceptible.
Oh boy.
We have established that we all hear it. There's no one whistling.
Okay, can I listen? I want to see if I can try and figure out exactly where it's coming from.
You need to finish closing the distance to the tower first, and you guys are still just kind of at a distance.
Oh, I thought we were close to the tower.
We said we could hear some music, so do you want to see if it is coming from the tower or elsewhere?
Okay, so you guys gonna approach?
Yeah, I'll approach.
Okay. All right.
Smart.
So, are you gonna head toward the small building, or are you gonna go some other direction?
The small building.
Okay, so the music still stays pretty faint, almost you can't hear it. All right, now when you get within 10 feet of what you see, all the growths around there, then the music really starts to become more noticeable and audible. So now everybody has to make a will save.
Oh boy.
This is okay with me.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Add your will.
Which is, if I add my
Is that your
will
will save,
7,
or is
that's
that just the base roll?
26.
How much was it?
If I add the will to it, it'd be a 26.
Okay, so the music starts to make you feel drowsy, but for the time being, you're able to shake off its effects.
Okay. I rolled a 24.
Okay, same with you. You start to definitely feel a sense of drowsiness come over you, but for right now, you can ignore its effect.
My head is getting fuzzy, huh?
I rolled a 10.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is what I do.
This is not so good.
All right. So Tro, because of the music, it captivates you immediately, and the first thing you decide you want to do is lie down right where you are and sleep.
Okay.
What are you doing?
No, there isn't really anything you can do now. He's definitely like out.
I will poke at him with my metal boot.
No good. He's definitely asleep.
Oh, das ist Kopf.
Or I can. So that music is putting them to sleep. Can I try and figure out where it's coming from?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and try and listen to figure out where it's coming from.
Okay, so you decide to listen, make another will save.
Another will save?
Yes.
Because I listened. Gotcha. 20, exact.
Okay. It's still pretty difficult to stay awake, but you can resist its effects again.
Did I notice which direction the sound was coming from?
It appears to be coming from the vines themselves.
Okay.
Oh, wake up!
Nope. He's passed out cold, like he's...
Something's okay. I
fallen
know
asleep
that the
after a long
music is
trip.
coming from the vines, so I am just trying to wake him up.
Okay.
Oh!
You also need to make a will save.
That will be a 21.
Okay. So you still feel the effects of the music, and it does pick at your eyes a little bit to get you to fall asleep, but you're able to maintain a clear head for the time being. Tro, however, looks like he is not going to wake up by any means, short of pulling him out.
I'm going to go ahead and light the plants on fire.
Okay.
Against my better judgment completely.
Okay, I will pick Troll up, if I may, and stick him on my horse.
All right.
Unfit.
You are going to have to be at least 10 feet away from the plants to really avoid its music, because within 10 feet, it's very difficult to ignore.
All right. What's the distance on? Okay, I'm checking the spell now. Fire trap.
Fire trap spell?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it now. Joy of internet books.
Should be... spells per day, or whichever one's you have.
All right. So I'm gonna. Is there any rocks or anything near me?
You get both. You get domain spells once a day, and you get cleric spells a number of times per day, equal to your wisdom modifier.
What's on the ground near me?
Just a bunch of rocks and a lot of the vines.
All right. So I'm gonna grab one of the rocks.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to. Let's see how this works. I'm not used to doing this. I'm going to cast it on... Nope, that's not going to work. Never mind. Nope. That will not work.
I will, after I have put a Troll on the back of my horse, I will look at the Golduck and I will say, what are you doing?
Sir,
we need to get rid of these. We need to get rid of these plants. I'm going to get away, though. I'm back off.
Okay, so Sir Asher, as you drag Tro's sleeping form away back far enough from the vines, against one of the rocks lying down is a dead body. It's picked clean down to the bone and looks like it's covered in a bunch of moldering old sun-dried gear. And you notice there's a bunch of other bodies that are around there. Oldest body has been dead maybe a couple of months. It's pretty desiccated and rotted. But a lot of the older ones are completely skeletal and picked at very obviously.
Okay, I will completely ignore them, and I will put her on the back of my horse. And as Golduck has said that he is approaching the vines, I will also approach the vines with my sword out. And I will roll a... what is that? This is a 24 for my will save, and is that I am within 10 feet.
Okay.
So am I still good on my will save?
Yeah.
Okay, I will start hacking at the plants with my sword.
Okay. You notice immediately that whenever you sever a plant, its music stops. And it's really interesting. Like the way you do it, as you're hacking the plants, each of the vines, as soon as the vines are severed, that bit of vine that was producing the weird music immediately stops.
Oh, the music of vines. That is new. Okay, I will continue cutting the grass with my sword.
Okay, make another will save.
Oh, that is 23.
Okay, so you still feel drowsy, but at least for the time being, the plants have no effect on you.
Awesome. This is why paladins are kind of cool, because they get their charisma modifier to all of their saves at one point.
I know, it's pretty awesome.
Bonus. Okay, so I will continue to just take them all out.
Okay. How much time you want to spend doing it?
Enough that my companion wakes.
Okay, so you're able to clear out the vines, and as soon as the last vine is all hacked out, there is no more music. It is completely like mentally silent.
Ah, that is so much better. Is Troll awake?
With a little bit of nudging, he eventually comes around and.
Okay, I placed him on my horse, so and I will shake him, but still keep hold so he does not fall off without the surprise of being on the horse instead of on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Troll, wake up!
Wow, I feel great.
You're better. You took a nap in the middle of the day. We have work to do.
Oh, right.
Okay, now that you have cleared out all the vines, you can clearly see that the small little building is some kind of ossuary. Perhaps there's a way into the tower from through the bottom. Or maybe you might need to climb and see if there's an entrance near the top.
I have not climbing. Okay, so I will enter the ossuary.
Okay. So you see some more dead bodies here, and they're in the same state of decay, but they're all in different stages of it. Some look pretty fresh.
This guy has still have juice in him.
It stinks really bad because they are all dead. The most recent ones have been here just a couple of months, like the other ones, true to what the barkeep told you back in the tavern. But a lot of the other bodies in here are desiccated and really dry. You do notice that one of the recently dead bodies is elf in appearance.
This is not good. I was going to search the bodies, but I rolled a natural 1, and I have a -1 to search, so I see nothing.
Not even the bodies.
No, I am completely just taken by the smell. Oh, the odor is so bad.
You wouldn't see anything anyways because you just came in from afternoon sunshine, and it takes a little bit longer for your eyes to adjust. The repulsive smell makes it so you don't want to linger another minute in there.
We leave the door open so it airs out.
Okay. So go back outside.
Yeah, I will leave the ossuary, and it is so smelly in there. It is worse than gold talk.
Hey,
You are half orc. You stay in woods. What do you expect? Take a
I
bath.
only smell half bad.
You only smell half as bad. This is true. Okay, so I will ask Troll. Do you think you can find us an entrance?
Yes.
So that we do not have to climb?
Should I roll a search check?
I don't know. Have you stepped into the ossuary?
Sure. How about
It smells in there. You will want to cover your face.
Is everybody else inside?
I'm outside the room right now.
So far, just Sir Asher stuck his head in there, but he stepped back out.
Yeah, that's not so
Complaining about the terrible, terrible stench of dead bodies on the inside.
I'm going to take a piece of cloth and I'm going to tie it around my face so that way I can try and cover up part of the smell. I'm going to go inside and look.
Okay.
I'm a half-orc, so, you know, I have a 60-foot dark vision, or low light vision.
Okay, you see the same thing that he sees, just a bunch of dry, desiccated bodies. Yeah.
I want to look on the floor. Is there, like, any sign of tracks or anything like that?
You don't, but you do notice the dead elf sticks out to you because its body seems to be the freshest.
I'm going to go over and look at the dead elf.
Okay, so as you flip him over, or I guess check him out, you notice that he is a wild elf. And about his person, he does have a little bit of equipment that appears to have a little bit better construction than what you would see.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and grab the equipment.
Okay. This gets you 10 plus 1 arrows.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to search for.
Okay. He also has a cloak of elven kind.
Fancy.
I was going to search for traps, actually.
Okay. You also come up with 23 platinum pieces.
Woo.
And 10 gold pieces in a small pouch. And there's also a small piece of paper in the pouch.
Oh, sweet. Is it an IOU?
Not quite.
I can tell you right now I won't be able to read what's on that paper. But go ahead and I'm going to try looking at what's on the paper.
Okay, so on the paper is written in plain common, but very shaky handwriting. You can read it at least, so that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
The writing says, "Flee, fool, lest the cuckoo take you," written on it.
Leave, fool, must the cuckoo take you.
Flee, like
Flee.
run away. Flee, fool, lest the cuckoo take you.
Cool. Was ist das Kuckuck?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to immediately back out of the room. I'm going to follow the instructions.
All right, so you read the paper, and that's all the paper says. It looks like this guy died in a panic or out of plain insanity.
He went cuckoo.
Yeah.
Okay, we still have no entrance to this tower.
Okay. Well, that means, well, since your party was not able to find any sort of entrance through the ossuary, conventional wisdom tells each of you that the only way in is by somehow climbing to the top of the spire.
How far up is it?
It is 300 feet.
This is not good. Go well.
300 feet. I'm so not used to magic users.
I only move 20 feet on the ground.
There's no mortar, stone, or any kind. It looks like it's naturally formed and very, very, almost supernaturally crafted.
Or talk.
Can I try a search
You can?
of the outside of the tower for anything to get in?
You can?
Oh, 20. Straight up natural 20.
All right.
Plus search of, where's my search? 9, so 29.
Okay. So search check does not reveal anything.
What a waste of a 20.
Yeah.
Gortok, you can transform to animals, yeah?
Yes.
How big of an animal can you transform to?
A large animal. Dire wolf, dire tiger, dire ape, but nothing bigger. But I do have spider climb.
Yeah, I do not.
Right.
Well, get up there, get a rope.
That's what I'm thinking. But you said how high up is it?
It's 300 feet to the top.
300 feet to the top. I have the rope.
How long's your rope?
I have 4. 1 second. No, I do not have enough rope. I have 4 sets of 100. Well, that is enough. Yes, I have enough rope.
All right.
So I'm going to cast Spider Climb on myself, and I'm going to start climbing up the side of that tower.
Okay. Now, as you begin the climb, the first thing that all of you immediately notice is the sky inexplicably begins to cloud over and darken.
Okay, that's not a good idea.
And you can hear the rolling of thunder in the distance.
Just keep going, keep going. It is just as a weather.
Okay. You start to make the climb, and thunder is really starting to build up with the approaching storm clouds.
I'm gonna get hit.
Up the tower. How far does he get up the tower before the storm hits us?
Within, I'd say, well, how quickly can you spider climb when you spider climb?
Pardon?
What's spider climb's rate of acceleration?
20 climb speed of 20 feet. And my duration is 10 minutes per level, so I have 100 minutes worth of climb.
Okay.
So I should be able to get up. But it's 20 per turn.
Okay.
A turn is 6 seconds, so if it's
Yeah.
saying turn, that's a long way.
All right, so you ascend 20 feet, and you can definitely hear thunder coming, and it gets louder and louder as the storm clouds approach. The sky is now completely blackened over, and you can see flashes immediately above you. It looks like lightning could come down and strike you any minute.
Guys, are you sure you want me going up this?
You are still okay?
I'm still okay. All right, I'm going to keep going up.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly.
All right.
Schnell, Mark, schnell.
I'm so dead.
All right.
17. Remember, 17.
Hold on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so as you approach the top, you start to see the sky, and it is definitely not a normal storm cloud, because it was pretty nice afternoon just a couple of minutes before. Okay, now when you get almost toward the top, a tentacle reaches out and grabs at you.
Oh!
Okay, so we are going to be in combat now. There is a creature that has just reached out and grabbed at Goltok.
Goltok is in combat. So the rest of us are down at the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I cannot climb.
Okay, what is your AC?
My AC?
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's 19.
Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, it's definitely gonna hit you.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit you, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. And it's...
That was a lot of ice.
And I'm rolling on the table. Okay, so you're gonna take 7 points of damage from this first tentacle reaching out and hitting you.
Okay.
Okay. And we are now going to begin combat. So I need initiative rolls from you guys.
All of us. Okay.
Is this like the 5th edition where you just get all the spells in the card?
Mm-hmm. And you just which one do you have prepared?
But in 5th edition, you had all of them where you basically just had slots and you could use anything from yours. Like that?
That's what spells per day are.
I'm saying is, do I have to pick from the list like a sorcerer, or do I just have them?
Yeah.
The number's upside down, but there you go.
Nice. I think you cast like I do, Lydia, and at the beginning of every day, you choose from the list what you're preparing.
Yeah. It's
So you-
spell
Yeah, you have access to the entirety of the spell list. You just have to pick them at the beginning of every day. So it's not like a sorcerer where you just kind of use whatever you want, whenever you want. You have to choose and decide what you're doing that day,
Right.
and then roll with that.
Okay, so can I get your guys' ACs? I got Joe's. His is 19. Nolan, what's yours?
Hold on a second. My AC is... What the heck?
Overall plus dice.
13. Mine's 20. 21 if I use dodge.
All right, Nicholas, your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
Is 24.
Jeez.
enchanted
Half plate with an enchanted shield. And I have room protection.
Pretty good. Okay, and now I need your initiative rolls.
I got 15. 8. Bummer, dude. You're a rogue, you shouldn't have 8.
5 plus 3, dude.
Okay, so Nolan's is 8.
Yeah.
Okay, Nicholas, what was yours?
Sasha got 15.
Okay, Gold Talk, what was your initiative?
I wasted a 20.
So did I.
Okay. All right, Gold Talk. So the creature hits you and now grabs you with 5 other tentacles.
That is not good.
Okay.
I told you, Serpentine!
And tries to pull you off of the wall. Now, for the two of you that are on the ground, you look up and you see the weirdest creature you could probably have any of you have ever seen. This thing looks like a giant floating tentacled head with bat wings.
A beholder with bat wings?
No, it just has the 6 arms and it's got giant bat-like wings it's flapping to hover in place, and it's got a bunch of tentacles that come out of its face.
Oh.
This is not so good.
Is that a vampire familiar thingy?
I don't know.
No, it's not vampiric or anything, but this is a creature I don't think any of you guys have ever seen before.
Okay.
I think it's unique to the adventure because it's not in the monster manual that I can remember. I mean, the closest thing I can think of is a grell, but I don't know what that is. This is new.
Okay. In any case, you can definitely tell that it has very malevolent intentions.
Is it evil?
It is most certainly evil. There is no question.
I can detect evil at any point in time. So I am detecting evil. Oh, is it evil?
Okay, it absolutely registers as evil. Not only that, but you get a sense that it is very intelligent.
Oh, good. It will know when I kill it. Yeah, I have no ranged weapons. I cannot hit him from down here.
Okay, give me just a moment. I gotta look up the spell.
I'm for pounding the ground, man. Like, I got nothing. All the spells I prepared for the day were healing spells as much as possible. So, well, my second level spell.
This thing sucks when you run into it.
I chose Bull Strength as my second level paladin spell in case I needed it to give me +4 extra strength. So, unless we get it down to main, we're totally boned.
Okay, so this creature is dealing with Ghoul Talk, but for the 2 people on the ground, you need to make a reflex save.
Oh, that's exciting.
Because the sky immediately splits as a bolt of lightning streaks down at your guys' location on the ground.
This is not so good.
This is amazing.
I got a 14 total. Is this magic lightning?
Yeah, he used the spell Call Lightning on you guys.
Oh, it's is lightning its own? I think it is its own damage rating at 3.5.
Yeah.
3d6 for 10 rounds.
Because I have damage reduction for magic. But this isn't the same.
All right, so yeah, he's mostly casting that down at the two people on the ground because he's dealing with Gold Talk right now.
Ooh.
Does he have multiple actions like that?
I'm looking.
Because if he has Gold Talk Grapple, he'd have to roll a concentration check to cast another spell, first of all.
Yeah, for him, it's not hard to do.
Well, that's just, the rules. You can always roll a 1, man.
Okay. Okay.
Huh. I got a question for you guys. I'm new at this. I'm new at this completely. If I were to shapeshift, would I keep spider climb? Because I'm not. It's not a concentration.
No, it's not.
I think Spider Climb's just a spell. I think you can just use it.
Okay,
I
sweet.
think you can if you have cast it on yourself before.
Right, that's what I did. Okay, cool. So I could shapeshift into a creature. Okay, awesome.
Because you can cast it on like mounts and crap, which is weird. But because I think if you look up the spell description, it just says target, right? It doesn't say anything other specifically than that.
It's target, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I'm gonna shapeshift or wild shape.
So can you do that while grappled?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see necessarily reason why not.
Okay, hold on.
To order.
I'm trying to figure out what this guy's caster DC is. Because it's... Oh, there it is.
Usually the spell level.
Yeah. Okay, so you said your reflex save was 14?
Yeah.
Okay, this is for the two of you on the ground, because he just brought a bolt of lightning down on both of you guys.
Yeah, I know.
I rolled 24.
Okay.
Oh. You have vision too, don't you know? One froze. I think Tim. Or did we freeze?
What?
No, I saw a side move.
It's just now. All right. So what happens?
Okay. Okay. So what was
Here it goes.
what was both of your guys' saves? I need to know that.
24.
14.
Yours was 13.
14.
14. Okay, Sir Asher is going to take damage.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Tro won't. He barely avoids the sizzle of the lightning bolt, but it mostly catches the paladin.
I'm a giant lightning rod. Yeah, I am covered in metal.
Yeah. Okay. Give me I gotta roll for damage.
How many more times are you going to roll?
Well, you did just get hit by 9d10. Okay, so he hit you for 45 points of damage with that lightning bolt.
I would be at 0.
Hit points 45. So,
Bzzzt.
45. It's 40. 49. 49.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. 49.
Now, Goldtalk, are you going to try and break out, or what are you going to do?
I'm shape-shifting,
Okay, so he's shape-shifting.
or wild shape.
What are you turning into?
Direwolf.
Direwolf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so it still gets its tentacles wrapped around you as you're changing, and because of the nature of its tentacles dexterity, he's still able to maintain a good hold on you. It seems to get annoyed that you've changed shape, but it doesn't seem bothered.
Okay.
And overhead, you notice that the sky is starting to crackle again as another lightning bolt prepares to come down.
All right.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
Okay, so after that, it's going to be Sir Asher. Did he freeze?
I don't know.
No, his head turned.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I was asking Go Talk. Is the wild shape the action, or do you get to do more than that?
Is that the action? I thought that was
I think
the
it
action.
is.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do.
No. Okay, I will run into the ossuary and I will enjoy its stink so I don't get hit by lightning again. Is that hurt?
Okay.
I'll take both of my action run. And hide.
Clang.
Okay, you're hiding inside the ossuary, and your nostrils are reassaulted by the scent of dead flesh.
I cannot smell anything. I just got struck by lightning. It is.
Okay, Tro, what are you doing?
I think I will. Well, that thing's grappling him. I can't really do much. I don't have. How far away is he?
So he's still near the top of the tower.
Right. How far away?
He was camping out at the top and waited for Goldtalk to come within range, and as soon as he lashed out and grabbed him. And now he floated up over the side of the top of the tower, and he saw Sir Asher run inside the ossuary, and now he's starting to descend.
Oh, well then.
So I'm hanging on. So he has hold of me, and he's descending with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got a pretty good hold. He's got all 6 tentacles wrapped around this now dire wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's holding him off to the side and he's looking down, just this head that's floating down and keeping an eye on this critter that he's got firm grip on.
Yeah, I'll run inside the ossuary too if he's coming down. I can do a lot more in close range than I'm not a ranged person really.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good for us. Nobody's good at range.
I'm okay. I have a short bow, but I can't shoot into combat at long distances. I'm not a ranger.
Yeah.
Okay,
You still
so
take defeat for
now
that.
that he sees the two of you hide inside the ossuary, it doesn't seem bothered for the time being and starts to float back up toward the top of the tower.
Man.
Okay, Gultak, you're going to take some more damage this round.
It's a different set of hit points, though, right? Yeah, because I'm now shapeshifted. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. And let's see. Oop. Oh, just one. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Okay, so as the tentacles are wrapping around you, you notice that they're much, much stronger than they appear to be. And the crushing sensation that it does, it's got a bunch of hooks on the end, tiny little hooks inside of it, and it cuts into your skin a little bit. You end up taking...
You do realize, hold up, that my armor class is now better, right?
You didn't tell him.
Oh, sorry. I have a monk's belt with a wild clasp, which puts my wisdom modifier, or my wisdom modifier onto my armor class of the beast.
Okay.
Nice.
So that puts me at 23 armor class.
Well, it doesn't matter because it still has you anyway,
Okay.
and it's just gonna grab you and squeeze.
Okay.
Try to
that's
break
what
its
it is.
grapple.
You took 17 points of damage from this thing squeezing you.
Okay.
To avoid further damage, you're gonna have to break its grapple.
You got it.
And then fall.
And then fall, yes.
It may not be as good. That's a long way down.
I know.
Do you not have any birds you can change into?
Okay. Okay, so that is the end of its round. And we are back up to the top with Gultak.
All right, I'm going to try breaking the grapple.
Okay.
This would be... Is it just opposing strength checks or what?
Yeah.
All right. Direwolf's strength is 25. So then I roll? Or what?
Yeah.
So how would I figure this out, guys?
You roll at the strength modifier for whatever that is at 24. It's like 8 or something.
25 at 8. So okay, so that's 22 then total.
I think you might want to look that up. I'm not sure what the modifier is for something that high. I know 18 is 4.
It's okay. The creature rolled very crappily, and
Okay.
as a wolf, you were able to wriggle out. But now you are falling 200 feet.
Woo. All right. So the strength check or the breaking the grapple was my
Action.
action. Reaction: try and grab the wall.
Okay.
Because I still have spider climb.
Okay. So you managed to grab the wall. Let's see. Go ahead and make a... Let's just say strength check, because you're going to have to reach out and hope that you grab it.
All right. That's a 19 plus 7, so we're looking at 25.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Spider climb is very, very good for that. So the magic of the spider climb the spell still allows you to attach yourself to the wall, and you're able to slow your descent considerably. After sliding about 5 feet, you manage to hold on. But now this creature looks doubly enraged, and it's coming down at you again with its tentacles out.
Right. There's nothing else I can do right now, is there? A movement? Am I able to move?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to start running down. Or climbing down.
Okay. All right, so you're climbing down.
Yep.
Is faster than it can float down to get you.
That's good news for me.
Yes, it's quite good. So you're barely able to stay ahead of it. Okay, but the sky is crackling again. Another bolt of lightning is coming down.
Oh boy.
This is how it deals with intruders.
Yep.
Okay, I told you guys are gonna need hit points to fight this thing. It is very difficult to get into this place because of this one creature, and then you have to deal with everything on every floor.
Okay.
All right, so I need you guys to, well, okay, Goltok, I need you to make a reflex save.
23.
Okay, that will get you out of the path of the bolt of lightning as it comes out of the cloud above you. And it blasts a scorching hole about 10 feet from where you just were. And you're still climbing down, but this thing...
Into the tower?
What?
A hole into the tower?
No, it's, you know, like a lightning bolt, just a...
Oh, small hole. Okay.
Boom.
I was thinking a shortcut.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
You can... the walls are pretty thick. They're 4 feet thick stone walls.
Okay. All right. Keep heading down, trying to get to the stinky room with the guys.
Okay. So this thing continues to float, and very menacingly and very arrogantly, it just looks, and as you see it poking out, it's still looking down at you, waiting for you to come out.
So
Otherwise, it's not going anywhere.
So am I down in the building now?
It's not stupid.
So I'm in the building with the guys now?
Yeah, it's not dumb enough to come down there and fight you guys, but it's also not going to go away.
So how far away is it?
I'd say it's about 150 feet in the air. It's halfway down the tower, and it's just staying put.
That's pretty far.
All right.
You good?
Well,
Okay.
I can like poke my head out and shoot at it, I guess.
I didn't understand how they did it.
All right.
I literally cannot do a single thing except die.
What's your
I already tried doing that.
What's your first name?
Tessifel.
How do you spell it?
Like that.
T-S. Okay, I need you to make a reflex save.
I have to make a reflex save.
Yes.
Where's my D20?
Okay, there's somebody else joining in the party, but he's noticed this newcomer and he's sending a bolt of lightning her way too. Oh, jeez. Are you ready to die?
Yeah, I'm ready to die.
How about you take that roll over, because that's just stupid.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, just give it to me.
It's gonna hit you
Okay.
with 9 of these.
Hey, I took it.
She'll die gloriously, screaming.
Okay. 33.
Oh,
42.
So I may have just died.
51.
Okay.
56.
Okay.
57, 58. And one lightning bolt.
Okay.
Did you survive?
Yeah. Yeah, I survived.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
well, since I had the lightning bolt, I will not
You
poke my
can
head
walk
out
through
of the
the
door,
Yeah.
but I will
You
look
hear another
through
bolt of
the
lightning,
door.
but it doesn't come down in front of you. It's actually a distance away. And you hear a very high-pitched feminine scream and the whinnying
Yeah.
of a pony.
Oh, my
So
pony!
I will look out the door. I will not put my head out,
Did the
but I will look through the door,
It didn't hit the
and
pony.
I will see what happens. Who does lightning strike?
30 points of damage.
Oh,
Who
Okay.
does the lightning strike? I am looking out the door.
Okay, you look out and closing the distance to the tower and definitely within the attention of the strange creature, you see a
no
little
full
tiny
plate.
pony. This cute looking pony mounted by a gnome wearing
Full plate.
full plate and bunch of other equipment. As a beacon of light, this isn't really doing a whole lot other than sparking, but not because they are charging in a battle as a shining knight, but because they just got struck by lightning. Okay. And you recognize it as one of your other long-lost friends who was late to your party and alarmed, went to follow you when she realized where you guys were going.
What was her name?
Her name is Tassifel, and she is a cleric of Palor. She got along with Sir Asher particularly well because of your religious background. But now you've got this thing's attention because it's a friend that's approaching, so it's going to try and come and get you now.
Yep.
Okay, so the creature is momentarily distracted. Do you want to add you to the bottom of the initiative roll, or do you want to join in?
I guess it doesn't matter either way, right?
Okay, join in. Okay,
Okay, wait. I have a -1 to my initiative, so 9.
okay. All right. Okay, what's the plan now? It's basically just gonna play a waiting game, but
It's gonna eat me.
it's heading for you now.
It took more than half my hit points.
Yeah, that's what it does. This is how it deals with intruders.
Okay, let's kill it. Whose turn is it?
Okay, so since you're approaching, and it just hit you with lightning, it's now Goltok's turn.
Oh, man. I'm going to go brush up against Sir Asher, and since I'm still in direwolf form, and I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
And that is 16 hit points.
All right. So
And
this
once it comes back, he'll know.
All right. So you notice that the creature is now coming down closer to the ossuary. And it looks like it's trying to position itself between Tassifel and the doorway to the ossuary, almost like it's taunting the four of you. When it gets down about 75 feet off the ground, you can hear it communicate to all of you telepathically as if it was yelling from a distance. Come out, little mouselings. I know you're in there. Come out and make your death quick and painful. Your corpses shall be used to serve my master Gulthias. Come.
Okay, now whose turn is it? Is it my turn yet?
Okay, nope. It's Sir Asher's turn now. Unless you took your turn, then it would be Tassafel's turn.
Is Sir Asher back yet? I think we lost him.
Darn.
At least he's healed
Oh.
a little.
When I played this with my brother in high school, my character joined in after they'd already gone through a couple of floors. But this creature almost wiped their party here at the beginning. They had to heal up big time. They cleared out the entire first floor and then camped out in it for, I don't know, like 12 hours to just replenish all their healing spells and everything. Re-heal back up, and then they had such a hard time going down the rest of the floors. They didn't know what they were doing, too. They were high schoolers. I'm surprised you guys haven't even tried to figure out what this thing is.
I'd rather just kill it. That's if I survive.
Are we still waiting? Sir Asher.
Where did he go?
I think he lost his hearing from getting zapped. Looks like we lost somebody else.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I was just blowing my nose and getting a snack. Yeah, sorry I'm a regular rogue. I don't really do... I sneak around and backstab stuff, so...
Well, come stab it when it's looking at me.
It's 150 feet away.
Well, I have these nice,
Maybe I can bring it down.
I
Maybe.
have these nice arrows for you, but I'm sort of shapeshifter right now. I can't tell you that.
Yeah, I have a short bow. So, I mean, I'm willing to take shots at him, but it won't do much good until I get close.
These three.
We should have brought a wizard.
You can pick any of these items, too. Don't forget that you guys did get some unique items from Shady.
I don't
Right.
want them already.
I don't want to use the panic button yet.
We're not even in the front door yet.
I've sold Last Resort.
I did design them to be items of last resort. Like, you only use them when they're seriously. They are oh crap weapons. And the items.
How long do we wait before we just go ahead and skip next turn?
We can make him inert.
I want a panic button.
Okay. You will also take a panic button.
Yeah, I want a panic button.
Okay.
He can't get back in. He keeps getting an error.
Really?
Yeah, that's who just sent me a message.
That is unfortunate.
He says, just keep playing.
Okay. All right, so you hear another telepathic call from the creature. Come out and finish this, or I'll come in there and get you myself.
Yeah, do that, please.
Huh.
Is it my turn yet?
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to scream, I'm already here, you moron! And I'm going to cast Flame Strike at him.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Now let me find its stats again.
Please don't resist resistance to fire.
And you miss.
Fortunately, it did not cast protection from elements. It just cast protection from lightning on itself.
Oh, because it had hold of me. Oh, smart.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and cast Flame Strike.
Is this something I need to roll for? Or is it automatic?
What's the spell say? Let's see. No, it's instantaneous. So you cast it and it just happens.
Okay. 1d6 6 points of damage per caster level, and it's
So 10d6.
well, it's a 5th level spell. Or does
Caster level
Caster
is your
level.
character's level,
okay?
not spell level. Caster level. You are casting as a 10th level player.
So it's 10d6.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, poopy.
He's alive.
Let's see.
I'm back.
Only 10 damage. 10, 16, 19.
Did I skip my turn?
No, so the cleric is going.
27 damage.
Okay. It will take 17 of that
Why?
because it has damage reduction.
Half of that damage is divine and half is fire, so he can only cut part of that.
I think.
It says only half of that is subject to resistance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I guess you dealt him flame strike damage. Okay. So your flame strike hits him and it gives out a mental little shriek from the unexpected spell. But now you've really managed to make it angry, and now it turns all of its attention to you.
I'm gonna die next turn. I'm
Ah!
gonna die next turn.
Insect! Die.
How far away is it?
So it's 75 feet off the ground. It was gonna descend and look through the door and try and mess at you. It was descending, but she rode up, hit her with a bolt of lightning, and then she hit it with a flame strike.
Right.
Okay.
So now is it next turn? Now?
Yeah. So. All right. So we will go back to the top of the order. So the moon calf, which is what the creature is.
Did you
So wait, hold on. So it has damage reduction, right?
Yeah.
So
It's only overcome by
Does it
magic
have a-
weapons.
right, which I have. That's fine. What is okay? So damage reduction only applies to physical damage, not energy damage like cold or fire. So fireball does full damage despite
okay.
DR5 bludgeoning, depending on what's coming after the damage reduction. So it's like
Okay,
it's
so
like
then
DR5 lightning, you know.
Yeah.
Then it's
so then it took the whole
27.
27.
right. So let's say if it has damage reduction for fire and divine or whatever, then fine. Because like I have DR5 magic, so anything that hits me that's magic based, I take 5 less damage from that.
Okay, it's momentarily distracted, but since it is now still a good distance away from all of you, it's going to
Right.
calm down lightning on you because you're still outdoors.
Well,
Okay, so make a reflex save.
It was nice
What-
knowing you guys.
what's the order of initiative though? So
But isn't it Nolan's turn?
It goes first, and then Joe goes, and then Nicholas goes, and then
But when I rolled in there, I rolled higher than him, which is why I just took my turn.
oh,
So now it's Nicholas's turn.
okay.
I don't know everybody's names.
Nicholas is Sir Asher. We have Tro, Gultak, and you. Okay.
I will use healing hands, heal myself for, what is that? That is 10 plus. No, lay on hands, not healing hands, sorry. So it's lay on hands and it anticipate. It was our paladin of times charisma bonus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this says put myself up to 85.
Okay.
I no longer have lay on hands for the rest of the day, and I will walk out of the ossuary and I will taunt the beast. Hey, beast! You are the so many arms. Pick two. So I have drawn my blade, and I stand at the ready, and I move as far as I can move, which is only 20 feet because I have armor.
Okay.
It's my turn.
All right. So it looks at both of you menacingly and scowls, and descends 40 feet. So now it's about 30 feet above the ground, and it's reaching out to grab at both the cleric and the paladin, creatures that he hates the most.
Oh yay! So is it undead at all?
It is not undead.
So I will also knowledge religion. I want to know what this is. Perhaps my religion has said that is 17 plus my knowledge, which is 16. No, that is not right. It's a 13, 21.
Okay. Your knowledge of religion doesn't tell you that it's anything within whatever holy books that you have read. This is entirely a magical creature of some kind, but in terms of anything in holy scripture, there isn't anything in particular. You recall reading about this thing?
Good. This is not so good. Okay. All right. Well, that's my turn. I can do no else.
Okay, now I die.
All right. Tessafel? All right. It's going to call lightning on you to attempt to take you out.
So wait, how far away is she?
We'll say she's 40 feet from it. It is 35 feet above the ground, and it's about 50 feet from you guys.
Okay. So I moved 20. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything to help anybody. So if it doesn't outright kill you, I can heal you after, but that is it.
It does have a 30-foot reach, so you got to be careful around this thing.
Huge.
It is. It's a large magical beast.
So am I rolling or?
Yeah. Roll reflex save.
But that is 19.
Okay, you do manage to dodge out of the way just barely.
I am on a pony.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go. I'm moving on the pony.
Uh-huh. The pony's already pretty dang freaked out, and you have a hard time steadying it, but at least
It got me out of the way.
yeah, it gets you out of the way just out of pure spook. Okay, so the pony runs, and this thing's still kind of reaching out and trying to grab you. Okay, Tro.
Yes. How far away is it?
It's 35 feet off the ground now.
I can shoot at it, but I don't have anything magical.
Okay.
I don't know if... why not? I'll shoot at it. Right? What's the worst that can happen? There you go.
Sorry.
15.
Let's see. All right, your shot goes wide.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your shot goes wide, and it does take note of the arrow, but it looks at it very dismissively as it sails by its where it should have an ear. It just sails right by its head. Doesn't really do much, and taunts your expertise very mockingly. All right. And okay, so this creature basically says, I grow tired of this. Come back when you are ready to face me like true worthy opponents. And it flies back up to the top of the spire. It says, challenge me if you dare, as it leaves.
All right.
It continues to take pot shots with lightning bolts at you guys, but it doesn't really feel bothered at this point.
Hey, we survived. I'm giving up.
Okay, I'll ride up to the other people, half-baked.
Half toasted.
Yep.
Okay. So the cleric joins you, and you are repulsed by the awful stench of the dead bodies inside the ossuary. It's still pretty well into the afternoon, past midday. The sun is already touching the other side of the canyon wall. And you know that you definitely have to deal with the creature up top, since there is no conceivable other way into the spire.
Okay, so the thing is floating. I'm still standing outside.
Yeah. It's gone back up
And-
top. It's basically just hanging around up there because it's getting tired of flapping. And it's been flying around nonstop. It flaps around, so now it's roosting back up on top of the spire. You see its tentacles wrap around one of the larger spikes around the crown of the spire, and it hangs upside down and looks at you, dangles its tentacles very lazily, like it's taunting you.
Did it not respond to my taunting at all?
It said that it got bored with you guys, and it's basically now just come back all the way up to the top, and it is still taking pot shots with lightning bolts, just for fun.
Okay. There was no entrance from the ossuary either.
Nope. Now the back of the ossuary it's built against the side of the spire.
Yeah.
If you're gonna want to get through the wall, you need to figure out a way to tunnel through 4 feet of rock.
That's it, just 4 feet of rock?
Yeah, but it could be magically reinforced. It could just be very dense rock.
Yeah.
And did you guys bring tools for digging?
I have a pickaxe. Does that help?
Can I make a check on what the creature is?
Sure.
What am I rolling for?
You can too.
What skill do you have? We just
Wait,
tried.
you are a direwolf.
Nothing.
Can you not dig?
Can I try knowledge history?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Wow.
The nature of the creature just
Oh.
you just saw a floating head with wings and tentacles. It's the stuff of nightmares.
We have a giant dog. Gortok can turn into a dire wolf. He can dig underneath the tower wall.
In the lightning?
No, from the ossuary.
Wait, so do we have a means to tunnel?
We have a dire wolf.
We have 2 dire wolves right now. I can't talk. Sorry. I growl.
And you have underneath the ossuary to tunnel underneath the tower.
You're going to have to do a lot of digging, and there's no telling what other horrors could get unleashed upon you guys and your party.
Well, we have no other place to go. We cannot leave, or we will be attacked by lightning. And there is no other way out. So we either die here, or the dire wolves try to dig underneath the hole.
Yeah, I say the 2 dire wolves try digging.
Anyone have better idea?
I'm going to heal myself. You can try digging. I'm going to sit here and heal myself.
Before I start digging, I'm going to take the bodies and I'm going to throw them out the door. Try and make it smell a little better in here, because I do have a keen sense of smell.
Okay.
Yeah, I will assist. But I will search the bodies as we go.
All right.
Perhaps.
So
I will attempt to search the bodies, but my search is not so good.
Okay. The
I will roll search.
of the deceased is pretty nasty, but with a little bit of effort, you're able to form a small pile of corpses that are in various states of rot. The ossuary still smells pretty sour, but not nearly with the potency as it did, although the dead bodies outside are now outside.
Okay, more targets.
Okay.
All right, so the 2 dire wolves are going to dig near the wall.
Did any of these bodies have anything noteworthy on them? I got a 10 for search.
Other than the elf that your compadre had picked clean with the note, there isn't anything else. And most of the treasure that these people would have carried have either been seized or they didn't come with anything at all. There isn't anything conceivable that you can see.
So the 2 dire wolves are digging anything?
Okay, you can dig, but you're not going to get very far because most of this is now, it's rock.
Okay.
You could dig in the dirt, but it's going to take you longer than I think you'd have time to be able to take the boss out. Because you need to dig down and then over, and then who knows how far upward to get into one of the floors of the tower.
Ah.
So you're going to need to come up with a way to deal with the creature that is serving as the door guard.
Okay. I'm shape-shifting out of my direwolf form because I really can't communicate with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
Step out and look up. How tall is the tower?
300 feet.
Troll, take these arrows So I gave Tro the arrows that I looted from the corpse.
Okay.
Because when I shapeshift, all that gear, shapes with me.
Uh-huh.
So
What
now
kind
he
of-
has 10 plus 1 arrows.
Oh, nice.
And I really don't need this cloak of elven kind if someone else needs it.
I'll take it.
All right, you got it.
All right.
So that is the plan. Sorry, I dropped again.
All right.
Your friend is gonna attempt to shoot it with arrows.
Shoot the wall?
No, I
Someone's-
can't get through the wall. I can't get through the wall at all. Did I tell them what the note said, or had I had a chance?
I don't remember if you told us.
Yeah, guys, I pulled this note off of the dead elf. It said, "Flee, thou lest the cuckoo take you."
Well, we've met the cuckoo.
I think it's just a warning saying this, get away.
Well, we knew that.
So what are we going to do, guys?
Go up and fight it.
You do have a cleric. And you
Right?
do have a paladin.
Okay.
You're still chopping at this.
Just trying to figure out my spells.
Neither of them set up any of those repel evil spells or stuff like that. I don't think it's going to help us.
I can cast a few protection from evil spells.
Just right.
That feedback's awful. There we go.
What's that sound?
I think it's Nicholas's.
It was making that sound when we first started broadcasting.
Those are your computer?
Not ours. I think it's his.
Mm.
You do have a cleric of a very powerful god. And you also have a paladin of a pretty powerful god, too.
I like how he's trying to give us a hint, guys.
The problem is that this cleric does not know how to play a cleric, especially in this setting. So I don't know what he's hinting at.
My goodness.
Lavas?
Hi. That's getting real annoying. I can't do anything unless I'm in melee range.
You are a paladin,
Yeah.
particularly powerful god. So is your cleric.
Yeah, but unless I'm in melee range, I can't do anything. I'm serious. Like, I can't just be like, hey, God, help me. Like, that's not how that works.
Is there abilities that I don't know of that paladins and clerics have?
No, like, there's Divine Smite, which is great, but I only can smite with my sword, because it's the only weapon I have, and unless he's standing right in front of me, which the douche won't come down, then no. I'm literally pointless in this entire game right now.
It is...
Oh, hey. I'm gonna cast Airwalk.
Okay.
Wait, can that only go on one person though? Let's see. Let me think. One of us has spider climb. I can get up, right?
It's like, turning is only for undead.
Yeah.
Like, if we turned and rebuked him, that'd be great, but he's also 300 feet away, and that's not within the range of a rebuke.
That might work.
I have spider climb. I can.
You can tread on hair.
I'm a gnome. Could you carry me up?
Me? Yeah.
Well, it's definitely aware of you, so whatever you're going to attempt to do, it's just going to look down and...
Hit you with a lightning bolt and kill all of you.
Okay.
That's
To knock
true.
you off my back.
Do you have a way to repel lightning bolts? I'm just trying to think of a way to get us all up there. Because if we could be all up there together, then maybe we could do something.
Man.
Something that I need to want to
Well,
the spider.
I can cast spider climb on each of you. So we'd all be able to climb up there, but then we're all sitting targets for the tentacles.
It only has 6. I mean, you could attempt to hack them all off.
Which is what I was trying to do by taunting it to get down closer and attack me.
That's what I was
so I could just
hoping.
cut all its arms off.
Yeah, as soon as he got within 30 feet, I was going to run out of the tower and attack because I have a 50-foot range when I was in dire wolf form.
Yeah, this thing is much, much smarter than that.
Though I'm not smart. I'm the opposite of smart, my character.
Want to attempt to spider climb and maybe challenge it as a group?
That's what I was going to do. I was going to cast spider climb on each of us.
Okay, so all of this planning, how much time did you guys take reassessing this strategy?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Too many.
Okay, if it's 10 minutes, then it has not healed any hit points yet. It's mostly flown back up for 10 minutes to take a little break and to begin to nurse its singed outer shell.
It's one tiny wound.
All right, so I cast spider climb on everyone.
Should I cast protection from evil on all of us?
It's your decision. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, I'm casting protection on evil on all of us. Protection from evil on
Okay.
all of us.
Give me the book real quick.
This book?
Yeah, I need to see what that spell does. I don't remember off the top of my head what protection from evil does. I don't think it doesn't make me notice. Okay, so if that's your plan, then the spells go off. Creature touch, you'd have to cast it multiple times because it's only
Yeah.
one touch creature.
That's fine, I'll do that.
We're going to blow through all our spells before we get inside.
Oh, okay. So it wards a creature from attacks by evil creatures. Oh, okay. All right. So protection from evil, the cleric casts protection from evil, takes time to do that, and then all of you have the ability to spider climb.
Yep.
Are you ready to take the risk?
Yes.
Yes.
And since I cast spider climb on myself, it was on my dire wolf too because I share the spell.
Okay. So are you gonna try and make the climb now?
Yes.
All different directions up the tower.
Okay, so you start to make the ascent, and the moon calf is aware. Okay, the creature. It notices you, and
Notice me, senpai.
floats up off its perch and tries to come down and tag you, but as it reaches out, it almost as if it loses the desire as it's reaching out to touch you. And whatever face you can sort of see through its eyes and its tentacle front part seem to scowl as it looks, and it seems confused, like it can't touch you. What is
And that magically can't touch us?
Yeah, that protection from evil makes it so you can't be touched.
Bodily contact.
Yeah. It literally cannot touch you because of protection from evil. It's an evil creature.
Good, I shoot it.
How close are we?
Well, I guess you guys were climbing up. It floated down to meet you guys, so maybe 150 feet up because you're halfway up. It met you halfway.
So are we in melee range then?
It's not going to come within melee range of you. It's going to try and touch you, but it can't touch you.
All right. Well, then, if it's not going to touch us, we're just going to keep walking until we get, or at least I'm going to keep walking until we get somewhere. Otherwise, we're just targets for friggin' lightning.
Yeah, let's go to the top of the tower.
Yeah. It continues to follow you.
I'm gonna spider climb over to what's his name, Sir Asher.
Yeah.
Airwalk. There, go get it.
Havoc. Oh, yeah. It is time. It can run, though. It's got wings. I will go as quickly as I can to try and encounter this beast.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Are we trying to roll initiative? How are we doing this? I want to very hard.
It's still trying to reach out and touch you, like, yes. Okay, so 30 feet is its reach, so it's definitely within 30 feet, but it just can't touch you with the ends of its tentacles because you're protected.
That's fine. I want to get as close to it as it will let me get. Will it hover within 30 feet of me, or can I get closer?
You can see sort of a sharp hawk-like beak on the inside of its tentacles, almost like an octopus, kind of. And it's still reaching out to touch it, but it can't grab at you. And now it sees you coming toward it, and it's trying to back away from you, but you're already like within, like halfway through its contact range. So I'd say you're 15 feet from its face, but its tentacles are all around you now while it's trying to grab all the other people around where the tower is.
Okay, well, I guess I will try to smite evil.
You all went up different sides of the tower. Remember that the tower is 100
tentacle then.
So it only has a 30-foot reach. So if you're all on different parts of the tower, it can only get the paladin. Unless you all climb together.
Paladin and me, because I crawled over to the paladin to let him airwalk.
Okay, so it sees you, and it's still trying to reach out and touch you. But now this paladin is coming within range, and it curls its tentacles in while it keeps the other ones.
Can I shoot at it?
You want to shoot at it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can shoot.
I have
Okay. Ooh.
I think I hit it. Because that's a 26.
Yep, that'll hit. So roll for damage. Okay, what are the other two of you doing? It's assumed you guys are on the... Ooh, that's a good roll.
Do I add something to it?
Okay, so Tro and Goltuk, I guess you guys are on the other side of the tower.
Yep.
So
Do I
I'm
add
trying.
bonus to it, or is it just that?
I'm coming to the backside of the tower, trying to sneak around it.
Your dex is...
All my decks?
Because it's a range. Because you're...
But that...
Oh, okay, so...
This is the damage.
Oh, okay, so you're dealing damage to it.
Yeah, I'm saying how much damage. I don't know the rules to this.
8 plus... Any other bonuses with the weapon? Is the weapon enchanted?
No.
No? Okay. 8 points of damage.
Yes, it is. It's at least a +2. No, really. You.
Yeah, you had lots of money.
Yeah. You should.
So that's +2 to hit and damage.
Okay, so she hits it in the face with a crossbow arrow, and it connects like somewhere on its cheek if it had a cheek, and it winces as if it stings. Ah! And you can hear it gives this telepathic ah.
Okay, well, I have also attacked a tentacle, and I have done.
Fortunately, it can't do anything to you because you're protected from evil. So
With this, my keen
it just glares
long
at
sword.
now it doesn't know what to do.
It still casts lightning at us, though.
I just did. What's it? 30 33 points of damage to one of its tentacles.
Okay. What was your attack roll?
Team
How much?
critical.
You're really choppy. How much was it?
I rolled a 17. And that's a moved critical, and that makes it a 30 to hit it. With
Okay,
my
yeah.
first attack.
You definitely hit it.
Well, I critted it, so yeah, I hit
So 33?
it. I used smite, so yes.
All right.
That was my first attack.
Okay.
My second attack is a 21.
And you hear this thing give out an audible mental shriek as its beak opens, and it watches its severed limb fall down hundreds of feet down to the bottom of the spire.
I rolled a 21 to attack with my second attack.
Okay. 21 will not hit.
Okay, fine then. Wait, that is not true. Never mind. I forgot to add my +3 from the keen longsword. It's +3, so that is what is that? That is 4. So it's 24.
That's not going to hit.
Holy crap.
A 24 will not hit.
Okay. You swing, and it does connect with its flesh, but it's not enough to penetrate.
Okay, that is not good.
I am climbing up the tower. I'm just going to try to get inside and not even deal with this guy.
Well,
Yeah, I will also disengage and make a retreat.
Okay. All right, so let's assume that you are retreating at your run speed. What's your run speed?
Run is twice. Yeah, it's 40.
Okay, so as you run away from it, it follows after you, flapping after you. It's able to maintain the same speed, so it can't close distance as you're getting away from it, but it also still can't touch you because of the effects of the spell.
Okay, fair. We will go to the top of the tower.
It's still trying to lash out with its 2 big tentacles, but one of its 4 smaller ones got hacked off.
Okay, sounds good.
It's definitely bleeding. So you guys want to close distance to the crown?
Yeah.
I want to get inside the tower. If we cannot hear us, then we will go.
Okay. So it's going to follow you to the top, but it's still trying to touch you. Now, what you see when you get to the top is as you guys all climb over, you can look down into the more or less the bowl of the tower. And the rumors that you heard in town about the dragon are true, except that the dragon is long since dead. It's a black dragon, and it definitely shows signs that it's been picked at by giant claws or a beak.
So wait. We get into this tower and see immediately the carcass of the dragon?
The other noteworthy thing is that the dragon is on top of enormous pile of treasure and coins. That it looked like it had just started to collect them. But the other thing is there's a number of figures that you see that have been digging around the treasure. And as you're descending, they look up and they see you coming. And we are going to roll initiative again.
Okay.
All right, so I need all your numbers.
15.
Okay, so Tro is 15.
That's 8 for me.
17 for Gartok.
17 for Goltok. And Sir Asher, what's your initiative?
18.
Okay. They are just as surprised as you are, so I'm gonna roll for them collectively. Ooh, they did bad. Okay, so it's gonna be you guys and 3 of these dead servants of Gulthias. You recognize the holy men, can recognize them immediately as whites.
Ah,
Okay. Is it my turn first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will turn undead. I will close the range as much as possible. How close are they?
20 feet away. And this thing is a shallow bowl at the top, and the pile of gold is off to one side. It's not a sizable pile.
I rolled a 21 to turn undead. We have a moment. Let's get the book around.
Initiative is garbage.
I forgot how turning works. Do you have to turn undead table open?
I can turn it open. Oh, shoot. I messed up something.
I got
Fix
it.
I see.
No.
What level are whites?
These ones, they don't look too difficult to deal with.
What did he roll on turn undead?
I can turn anything that is, let's see, 3 levels lower. I am, makes it 6.
Okay, so as you flash, let's see, aren't you a paladin of St. Cuthbert?
6. Hold on. I can turn anything, or most powerful undead affected has to be HD 9.
Okay, so as you flash your holy symbol of your god, the whites look upon it and are completely beset with terror, and they are panic-stricken.
Okay, well, I damage them because that's what turning does.
Yeah.
And I do. What's this? This is 12 damage.
How much was it?
16.
Okay.
Wait. 2d6 plus your cleric level. 6. Oh, wait, it's wrong. No, that's right. 2d6 plus 9. Turned flee from you by if you approach within 10 feet. However, they over. So like whatever I 16, yeah. What I said. Well, 16, yeah. They each take 16 points of damage and run away.
16?
And run.
Okay. Yeah, so you see that the undead energy that powers the whites and gives them their unlife, like the turning is so powerful that it really shocks these whites, and it really disables them as they try with their might to flee from you. So what they do is they scramble up the side of the tower and throw themselves over.
No, well, that works too. Since if they have twice as many, if I have twice as many levels, then they're completely disintegrated.
Okay, yeah. So they don't get that far up the side of the little bowl of the top of the tower, and they do completely just vaporize.
Oh.
I am done. I am done with this tower already.
Yeah, these things really weren't that hard to kill at all. They're pretty easy. Okay. So there is still quite a bit of treasure. The mooncalf is still trying to get you, but it can't because of the effect of the spell. So now it's just going to sit there hanging out at around the top and looking at you menacingly.
How long does the spell last?
You gonna take yourselves the treasure, or you gonna go down?
I'm gonna use a detect magic spell.
I'm gonna shoot the thing because I don't want it following us, and I don't want to have to fight it on the way out.
Yeah, but you can shoot. I cannot.
Okay. So the creature says, "Know that my master will be waiting for you, should you choose to go down and challenge him. I will be waiting to deal with you when you come out, if..."
Yeah, that's why we gotta do him now.
Well, if we kill his master, then wouldn't we be his master?
Maybe not.
Is there anything magical in the treasure?
Yes, there is.
Okay. I'm gonna pull the magical crap out of the treasure.
Okay. The magical items that your cleric pulls is a potion of invisibility,
Oh.
a potion of neutralized poison, and a ring that is water blue of a gemstone inscribed with a foot suspended over a wave-like line.
Foot over a wave, what?
It's basically a foot that looks like it's walking above water.
Okay.
Oh! I'm keeping this.
So I will take the largest denominations of monies.
Okay, that is going to get you 450 gold pieces and 3 50 gold pieces worth gems. Let's say opals. They're rough cut and look like they've recently been dug out of what could have been a mine somewhere nearby.
Oh, there is a mine nearby.
Okay. The rest of the treasure just consists of an amount of silver that would make anybody else in town fairly wealthy.
Can I shoot it in the face now?
All right.
Can I?
Okay, so inside the hole, you notice there is an entryway
Like,
into the town.
I was going to shoot him in the face.
Oh, you want to go ahead and do that then?
Yeah, I rolled an 18. That means I got like 30.
Okay, so it's going to take damage.
Was that sneak attack? No.
No, it's not. It does a whopping 4 damage.
Maybe you should hide next time.
Does anyone else not want to kill this thing now?
I do. I just cannot hit it.
Okay.
Hey, the 2 dire wolves are gonna go jump at him.
You can try to. It's just going to get up and flap away.
That's only a 21 anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to hit it. Okay.
Can both the dire wolves try and attack?
You could. It is hanging out by the edge, so if they lunge at it, it could be smart enough to dive out of the way and let them fall to their deaths.
I've learned that when a DM warns you, you don't do that. Okay. I'm good.
All right. So there is a hole at the bottom of the top of the spire inside the bowl. It's right in the center, and it looks like a way in.
I will shout some curses at the beast, and I will walk in the hole.
Okay. All right, so you look. The floor looks like it's a good ways down. You can walk down in there if you want to. You just need to figure out if you're going to break your legs or if you can land in it safely.
No, we have rope.
Okay.
My rope.
Do they still
I'll
spider
stand on
climb?
top and guard the rope so the big tentacle monster doesn't lose the rope while we're climbing inside.
It hasn't been 100 minutes yet, has it?
I would assume no.
So they still have spider climb.
Oh, rather than just walk down.
All right.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. You have made it to level 1 of this tower. This is the first floor. Okay. Cobblestones pave the circular area that opens up beneath the hole in the ceiling. Shattered stone statuary litters the floor, and much larger chunks of stone wall mark the destruction of half the northern wall. Silence hangs heavy over all. Other than that, there isn't really a whole lot you can see because it's not like this guy keeps torches around.
Okay, well, I have a lantern, so I pull it out.
Okay. You do see that the northern wall is broken. There's lots of rubble that goes everywhere. The room itself is... What did I make this scale? 20 feet wide. There is a door to the west side and a door to the east side. There is no door to the south.
Something I've learned about our group. We don't have enough ranged attacks. Agreed?
I agree. Enough ranged attacks.
Oh.
We don't have ranged attacks because you guys are
Hey,
very
I
poor at
have
fighting.
a crossbow. It just doesn't kill that thing very well.
Okay, so you have options. You can go out through the rubble-strewn hole in the north wall, or you could check out either of the doors to the left and the right.
I'm gonna go towards the door to the west, or to the west, and I'm gonna listen.
Okay. All right. Nothing. You don't really hear anything. Now, the door itself is a pretty thick stone door, so you're not really going to hear a whole lot.
Okay.
I will look through the hole.
You guys gonna split up?
I'm
No,
not.
never split the
No,
party.
never split the party.
Okay. So they are stone doors, and let's see. Okay, yeah. Fortunately, this door isn't locked, and you're able to open it.
I can pick locks, dude.
Poor rogue.
I know.
Okay.
Chance to shine. Oh, it's unlocked.
So you guys make it into this room, and you notice there are a number of stone boxes toward the end of the chamber. There are 6 in total, 3 on one side and 3 on the other.
I will look at Troll and say, Troll, check for traps, please.
Yes, I shall.
I see stone boxes. I think they're coffins.
Am I doing search?
Yeah.
Search, I rolled a 24.
Okay.
Traps, we're not opening them yet, so you're not disturbing, you're just...
Okay, the box is empty, but it does smell of turned earth.
We did not open the boxes. We just looked for traps.
Oh, okay. No traps that you can see.
Okay, now Weasel opens the boxes.
Okay, so you open the boxes. It smells of turned earth, and other than that, the boxes are empty. Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I think I was about to cast a spell.
Nope. Oh yeah.
That's okay. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
A 5 for me.
All right, give me a moment. Okay, I need your initiative rolls.
7.
Sweet.
Wow. 15.
I rolled a 10.
Well, that is okay because they did worse than you guys. Oh, that is awesome.
This
Okay,
is good.
so, all right, I gotta see if they get any kind of bonus to theirs. So these 3 are vampire spawn. You can tell by their undead nature.
Okay, then. It is the cleric's turn. Foretelling undead.
All right, so it's going to be Goltok first.
All right. The closest one, the direwolf and myself are both going to attack.
Okay.
That is... You ready?
Yeah, what was the roll?
17 for myself and 14 for the wolf. We're both wolves, but, you know.
Okay. That's definitely going to connect.
Okay. This is the bite attack. Was 17 to hit for my direwolf hit.
Okay.
And then 13 for my bite.
Okay, so you're going to attack one of the undead. There's 3 of them. So you're going to attack the one that was the closest to you.
Correct.
It was just at the end of the chamber. So he came at you. All right. And that does take out about a good portion of its ability to function, but it's still very much ready to get you. So your wolf bites him on the arm, and then what did you hit him with?
I bet him too. We're both wolves.
Okay, so lunging at him, it snarls in whatever pain it can feel, and tries to beat you guys off of it with its other arm. Okay, so you're gonna hit and deal him damage. So what was the combined total again?
13 for me and 16 for my wolf, so 29 total.
Wow, that's a good hit. Okay. All right, next up is Sir Asher.
Okay, I will. How many targets are there?
There's 2 others.
There's 2 others. Okay.
Okay, 2 others. They're just at the end of the You came in and started looking through the graves, and they turned around and came and attacked you. What?
How far?
I think you said how far are they?
How far?
10 feet from where the two wolves attacked the first one. So the first one was standing toward the back. There's, like I said, there's 6 coffins. They're arranged in 2 rows of 3. And they were near the back of the chamber on the other side of the coffins. But you guys opened up the first one that was in the chamber, so they were running up toward you guys.
Confirm the critical.
But the dire wolves are already taking the first one down. But it's still alive.
All right. Well, I'm natural 20, which
Ooh. All right. Natural 20.
around but is 9. That's not.
I heard half of that because you're being really choppy.
I did 11 points of damage. Choppy.
Can you guys
Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Okay, there you are.
11 points of damage.
11?
Yes, with my first attack
Okay.
on one of them. And then roll again, and that is a... That's not as good. 17.
Is that for your attack roll?
17. Yes.
Your audio is coming through to me very choppy.
All of us.
Up, I guess. Does it still...
Can you try typing it into the chat? On the Hangout chat?
I can't. Am I still not being heard?
Well, when you initially talk, it's clear, but then as you keep talking, it gets very choppy.
You become a robot.
Not sure why.
That's not good.
You sound like Soundwave.
Like Soundwave. Nice. All right. Okay. I don't remember what I said now, and I dropped my dice. So roll again. All right, that's 14 to hit.
14 is not going to connect.
Okay. Then my turn is over.
All right. Okay, so the one that was hit by the dire wolves is going to attack first. And he's going to go for the actual dire wolf and not the wild one because it can't go. So he's just going to go and attack for one of them. Oh, he did very bad. Okay. He's not going to hit. Now, the other two vampires, they will close distance and they'll attack the other two. Okay, the first one does get a solid hit in. Okay. All right. Who was the furthest in the chamber that was not attacked by that the wolves were not attacking?
Who's the furthest in the chamber that's not attacking?
Yeah.
So it either be the cleric or the rogue.
Okay. This one is going to go for the rogue.
Sad.
So this one hit with a natural 20.
Fantastic.
And it's going to give you...
Did you confirm the critical?
Let's see, this... I don't think it's going to. Because its attack roll was 13 total. And I'm pretty sure your AC is higher than that.
It's 20, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The other one's going to attack the cleric. And this one's also going to roll horribly. And the cleric's armor causes the slam attack to bounce off. It's basically just slapping at your armor with its hands. It does have claws, but it just goes. Okay. Next up is going to be Tro.
Okay. I guess I'm being attacked, right?
Yep.
So I guess I'll slash at it with my short sword.
Okay. So go ahead and make your attack.
26, 7, 8.
26 is definitely going to hit.
Okay. Roll for damage is... Of course. Roll a 1, why don't you?
Yay.
I do 4 damage.
Okay. On your natural 1, you deal it 4 points of damage, but you did it by letting go of your sword on accident and thrusting it toward him.
Of course.
Okay, so the weapon drops from your hand and clatters on the floor between the two of you. The vampire spawn looks down at it and then looks up at you and then swings to make an attack again, and we'll take care of that on the next round. Okay, next up is Tessafel.
Whee!
What are you going to do?
Turn.
I'll say I'm gonna turn undead. So make a roll.
Yep.
Do I add anything to that?
It's either your wisdom or your charisma to turn.
I think it's charisma.
Yes.
That'd be a 15.
Okay, so they are successfully turned. The vampire spawn are suddenly alerted to your holy symbol as you flash it forward, and to them it appears as the afternoon sun from the turning, and now they're horrified by what they see. Unfortunately, there's not much place for them to go around the chamber, so they scramble back and try to
Do I damage them?
come against the wall. It is not enough to damage them. But they are now terrified of you.
Whose turn?
Okay, we are back at the top of the order, so it's going to be Goltok's turn.
All right. I'm going to have my direwolf first go for the one that we were attacking to begin with.
Okay. Who is now like viciously trying to lunge away from you as it has these two wolves attached to its side and its, I guess, its leg and its hand.
19.
Okay. Is that your attack roll?
That's the attack roll.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay. And that is 20.
Okay. Oh man, poor guy.
1d8 plus 12. I rolled an 8.
From one of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have my attack to go. I was going to attack something else with mine.
Okay, so this thing drops to both hands and one knee as the wolf really tears into it and takes a huge chunk of dead flesh out. This thing is not looking too good.
All right, it's still alive, so I'm going to go for it too.
Okay, this thing is like in full panic mode, trying to get away from you guys.
17.
Okay, that'll hit.
And that's a whole 14 points of damage.
Okay. So the vampire spawn collapses and reverts into its gaseous form and goes back into one of the coffins at the far end of the chamber. The other two are now panicked as they look and they see death approaching them.
Okay,
Vampire spawn, as it goes back into its coffin, begins to slowly rematerialize.
whose turn? Whose turn?
Okay, so that was Goldtalk. So next is Sir Asher.
Okay, how am I sounding now?
Better.
Good. I'm running off the Wi-Fi off my phone. I'm planning not to do that from now on. Okay, then I will. I guess. What will we do? So, how many targets are there currently up and running?
There are now two. One of them has gone back to its coffin to regenerate.
That's just home. I will shout a command and say, break it! Break it! And I will turn the undead with the others. That is it. 18 for a 21.
Okay.
Yay.
That will hit.
So a 21 with the turn undead. That means that anything of... let's see, I'm 3 levels lower. So anything that is HD 9 or lower is affected.
Yep. I will count it.
And they take awful 13 total points of damage.
20.
13.
13. Okay.
23. Nein, not 20.
Hold on. 20. All right. It appears to have some of its bones and skin like crack as the turning really affects it. It's still on its feet, but it almost looks like it's begging you to spare it.
Nein, das ist great.
Remember, these things are terrified because the first turn. Okay.
Okay, they can die. They are undead.
All right. Next up, we have Tro.
Can I try and pick my short sword up and stab it?
Your short sword?
It did fly out of his hand. Okay, so you take up your short sword.
Okay.
You can try and hit it if you close distance to it. I will not give the vampire attack of opportunity because it's scared of you.
21.
Okay, that'll hit.
Hooray! 9 damage.
Say that again.
9 damage.
9. Okay. All right. So your sword cuts into its skin, and it claws helplessly at the wall of the chamber as it tries to scramble away from you.
Good.
Okay, so there isn't really a whole lot they can do because they are still under the effects of the turning. They're both still terrified. So we'll go to the top of the order with... Oh, Tassifal, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The consecrate spell, will that stop them from regenerating in the coffins?
I don't think so. Let me look it up real quick.
It's right here. Like, how do we stop them from regenerating?
Oop. Oh, jeez. Counter. Okay, so let's see.
Sorry, I went and grabbed my charge cable for my phone. Did I miss anything?
Driving a wooden stake through a vampire's heart instantly slays the monster. Returns to life if the stake is removed unless the body is destroyed. Cut off the creature's head, fill its mouth with holy wafers or their equivalent. Direct sunlight disorients it. Immersing a vampire in running water robs it of 1/3 of its hit points each round until it's destroyed at the end of its third round of immersion. Otherwise, they will come back to life.
Yes, but if you destroy their coffins, then they have no place where they can go, and they have to go other places.
Yep.
Well, the other guys are scared, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to run to the coffin where that vampire just missed it into, and I'm going to hit it.
Do you have a wooden stake?
No, I'm just going to break the coffin.
It is made up of 4 inches thick of solid stone.
Then can I consecrate the coffin?
I guess that would make it so they can't regenerate in that particular coffin.
Well, it's got like a 25 radius, though.
Oh, then yeah, definitely.
I think. Yeah, 20-foot radius. Will that get all the coffins?
On one side of the room.
Okay, and I'm going to run over there and I'm going to cast Consecrate.
Okay. Alright, so you cast Consecrate and the entire room takes a subtle electrified sensation as the consecration begins. And you know that at least for this part of this floor, the taint of evil is abated. But you do still have 2 vampires that are freaking out at the end of the chamber. Okay, and with that, we will go to Voltok at the top of the order.
All right. Repeating the same activity on the next vampire.
Okay, so go ahead and attack.
All right, that is 23 to hit.
Okay.
With the dire wolf, and then yeah, we're looking at 16 to hit with me.
Okay, those will both hit. So let's do damage for the wolf first.
18.
Wow, that's the damage roll?
Yeah, 1d8 plus 12.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is looking in very bad shape.
All right, then my attack is only 9.
Okay, well that's okay. Your wolf's attack basically opened the vampire's throat and its head rolled back as the other attack finishes it off. Okay, this vampire falls down, immediately turns to dust, and floats through a hole in the side wall.
Okay.
Okay. There is one vampire that is still looking very much alive and now pressed its back in the corner as it has its arms up freakishly.
Next up.
Okay, so next is going to be Sir Asher.
Okay, well, I will walk over with my longsword, my keen longsword, and I will attack him. That is my first attack. That is a 29 to hit.
Okay.
Oh no, I have 1d8. Well, I'm not 2d6 because I just. And I will do it is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will attack him a second time.
Okay.
That is a 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. And I keep picking these up. Does this not the one I need? Is this one? Oh, that is not so good. That is another 6 points of damage.
Okay. All right. It's looking pretty hurt. It's still up. The blow, as it was shielding it, chopped through its arm down to the bone. And you hacked at it again and opened up another part in its forearm down to the bone. And it's looking very, very hurt.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay, we will go to Tro.
Is that one still trying to get away?
Yeah, and the turning effect was pretty solid on it. It's not doing too good.
If you get close enough, so the turning goes away.
I got a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh wow, okay. Was not expecting that. And I did 6 damage.
Okay, it's still up. All right. And then Tassifel.
That one's still up.
Yep. It's looking very hurt though.
I'm gonna smash it in the face.
Like part of its bone in its forearm is already severed in half.
No, I'm not gonna smash it in the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my mace at it and miss.
Why would you throw it away?
Because I rolled a 1.
Oh, that is not good.
Okay, so you go to hit, and you have such a poor grip with your mace that although it does collide, the mace half slips out of your hand and does no damage.
Stop dropping your weapons!
All right. Okay, that is very bad. Go ahead and all of you roll a damage roll for me.
Huh?
Why?
You guys all get a free damage roll on this thing.
1.
Because it rolled a natural 1.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so you're all able to bloody this one to pulp, and it vanishes into smoke and goes through the same hole in the wall between 2 of the coffins at the end of the chamber.
Oh, was ist das? Why is there a hole?
It's really, really tiny. It's like pea-sized, but you notice that as their mist form seeps into this hole and disappears. Okay, so that is the end of the chamber.
It is midnight.
Yep.
Okay. We made it through the first, 2 rooms? Woo!
Uh-huh.
We are still alive, sort of. Okay. Well, it is about time for us to go. So thank you for those who showed up to join us and watch. We appreciate your patronage. We will continue playing Nightfang Spire in 2 months. So we will be playing it in March until the adventure is done with these characters, or we die and choose to play something else. Thank you for joining us. And as always, happy gaming. See you later.